Have you ever stared at the same sentence for 10 minutes, only to realize you were mentally designing your dream vacation instead? Happens to the best of us. The good news is studying doesn't have to feel like a chore. Your brain has its own rules, and once you know them, learning faster becomes second nature. No gimmicks, just science. Ready to take notes, or grab your phone like a modern rebel? Let's transform your study game together. Section 1. Why traditional study methods fail. Your brain's not a junkyard where info piles up, it's more of a delicate system that thrives on order. Cramming a textbook is like trying to eat an entire pizza in one bite. Possible? Maybe. Smart? Definitely not. Instead, give your brain structure. It prefers learning when things are connected, not dumped in chaos. Study tip: before diving into a chapter, skim it like you're scrolling through memes. Check out headings, bold words, and graphics. Think of it as giving your brain a heads up instead of throwing it straight into the deep end. Pillar 1. Building your study foundation. Ever tried untangling cables? That's your brain trying to make sense of random info. The trick is creating a mental framework, a cheat sheet of major ideas that can organize the chaos. Start simple, pull out the key points first, then guess how they might connect. It's okay if you're wrong. Your brain actually learns faster by fixing mistakes. Visual tip: use sticky notes or apps like MindNote to sketch your ideas. Doodles are better than paragraphs, your brain loves pictures. Pillar 2. Linking new knowledge. Now, take your framework and start filling it in. But don't just memorize, connect new concepts to what you already know. For example, if you're studying cells, think of mitochondria as tiny batteries powering everything. Learning history? Treat it like a drama. Who's the protagonist? The villain? What's the juicy plot twist? Try this: explain your notes to a pet or houseplant. If they start to almost understand quantum mechanics, you're doing it right. Pillar 3. Tidying your notes. This step feels boring but it's powerful. Reorganizing your notes is like cleaning your room. It helps you find what's important and toss what's not. Group ideas together, cross out fluff, and test yourself. Can you explain without peeking at your notes? That's when the real magic happens. Quick tip: spend 2 minutes every 20 minutes reshuffling your framework. Think of it like a mental stretch to keep your brain sharp. Section 2. Reorganization is the key to recall. Let me guess, reorganizing sounds about as thrilling as watching paint dry, right? But here's the truth: this is where the real magic happens. It's like tidying up your closet, boring while you do it, but game-changing when you can find your favorite hoodie in seconds. Reorganizing your notes is the brain's equivalent of decluttering. When you group ideas together, toss out irrelevant info, and highlight the essentials, you're training your mind to retrieve knowledge faster. And trust me, there's no greater feeling than confidently acing that exam without the 2 a.m. panic Googling spree. Quick tip: wrap up every study session by dedicating 5 minutes to reorganizing your notes. Use apps like Notion or Good sticky notes to refine your categories. Consider it a mini mental workout. Your future self will thank you. Section 3. Beating study overwhelm. Ever tried drinking from a fire hose? That's what it feels like when you overload your brain with too much info too fast. The secret? Keep it simple and organized. Start by splitting your study sessions into themes or mini blocks, small chunks your brain can handle. For example, instead of learning biology, focus just on cell division today. Once you've tackled one block, give your brain a break to recharge. Work for 25 minutes, chill for 5. Hack alert: when your brain starts to scream too much, try the 5-second rule. Pick one tiny next action, like reading a single paragraph or solving one problem. Baby steps always beat overwhelm. Section 4. The real secret to fast learning. Everyone thinks fast learners cram hard and move fast. But here's the reality: learning quickly isn't about speed, it's about strategy. Rushing leads to forgetting, but taking the time to build solid connections is what helps you remember. Slow down to speed up, reorganize, test yourself, and focus on understanding over memorizing. You'll be amazed at how much longer the knowledge sticks and you prioritize quality over quantity. Try this: test yourself 2 days after studying and see what you recall. Spaced repetition, through apps like Anki, is one of the easiest ways to make what you learn permanent. Bonus points if you explain it to a friend or pet. They won't judge if you get dramatic. Section 5. Why schemas turn you into a problem-solving pro. Here's why schemas are a game changer. They don't just help you memorize, they make you a problem-solving wizard. Ever wondered how some people grasp tricky ideas so quickly? It's not magic. It's all about schemas. When your brain connects ideas deeply, it can spot patterns effortlessly. Like realizing that calculus is just algebra in disguise, or noticing how history loves repeating itself because, humans. The more you reorganize, the more light bulb moments you'll have. Hack alert: stuck on a problem? Ask yourself, what does this remind me of? Your brain is a master at finding patterns, just give it a little nudge. Section 6, the biggest retention killer. Let me warn you, the biggest mistake you can make is waiting too long to review. You finish a study session, close your book, and hope the info sticks. Bad news? Your brain's delete button works overtime. Studies show you lose 70% of what you learn within 24 hours if you don't review it. The solution? Spaced repetition. Review what you learned today, then again after 1 day, 3 days, and a week. It's like making your knowledge unerasable. Hack alert: use apps like Anki or Quizlet to automate your reviews. Or go retro. Write today's key point on a sticky note and slap it on your mirror. 2 birds, 1 toothbrush. Section 7. Study like you're planning a heist. Final strategy. Study like you're preparing for the ultimate mission. 1. Scope out the target, preview the material. 2. Gather your tools, build schemas. 3. Find the vulnerabilities, test yourself. 4. Plan your escape, reorganize before you wrap up. Hack alert: at the end of each session, write 1 sentence that sums up what you learned. If you can't do it, you've got more work to do. Alright, brain warriors, here's the plan. Pick a hack from this video to try today. Tell me in the comments what you're testing, bonus points if it's teaching quantum physics to your cat. Hit like if your brain feels even 10% smarter. Oh, and subscribe, unless you actually enjoy forgetting stuff next week.